Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I have my Panda palette update for you guys. So this is going to be my March update on the Panda palette challenge. So first off, I'm going to insert a clip of where I was last month with that challenge. And now I'm going to show you an overall of what the palette looks like right now. So this is my palette currently. So I'm going to take all these shadows pretty much out and go in depth onto what I finished and everything like that. So in the last update, I had managed to finish one. In my last update, I had managed to finish one eyeshadow, which was this eyeshadow right there, which was a Virgin from the Urban Decay Naked palette. So that one was already done. And then one eyeshadow that I did get to finish this month is this one right there. This is my black eyeshadow. It was from a quad from Lise Watier. I didn't finish one full black eyeshadow from start to finish in this project. This black eyeshadow had previously been repressed prior to this project, so it was a thin layer at the bottom. So no, I'm not that great at finishing black eyeshadow. I didn't run through a black in 3 months, but I still managed to finish what I had of this one. So this one is also completely done as of right now. Then other goals that I had for this month, there were two eyeshadows that I was not using at all. So these two were out of my palette. I completely keep them in a separate one usually. So that leaves me with the 4 eyeshadows that I was typically working on. Out of these 4 eyeshadows, this one, which with the large pan on it, didn't have any pan in the last update. I was having a big dip, but there was no pan. And once I hit pan on it, like there was a big chunk that appeared within a few days. This one already had that little bit of pan. The pen is getting larger, but I typically only use this like lightly brushed into my crease, and so I don't use a ton of it every time I use it. So I have half pan on it, but it's going to take me a very long time to finish it, and that's okay. It's a very neutral crease shade, so I don't mind keeping it on for a while. Then that matte highlight shade, been using as a brow bone highlight. I really like the look of that one. You're starting to see that there's a little bit of wear in it, like the typical print that you have on your Urban Decay eyeshadows when they're brand new. It looks almost like a fingerprint on it, basically. Now that fingerprint thingy is completely rubbed off, it's like really flat. So there is a bit of wear, but it's not anything too intense, and I only started using that shadow this month. Then the last shadow on the side right there, which is from the Urban Decay Vice 2 palette. It's in the color Taupe. This one I actually decided to remove from this project, not because I didn't like it, but on the contrary, I like it so very much. And it was a limited edition eyeshadow. The quality of it is amazing, the color is great, and I don't feel like I want to finish that eyeshadow this year. I would kind of miss it too much. I kind of fell in love with it while doing this project, and I don't want to use it up, so I'm going to trade it in for something that looks kind of similar but is different. So I'm going to show you side by side the 2 shades. The other one that I picked up is also from my Naked 3 palette by Urban Decay, and it is in the color Burnout. So now I'm going to have 4 eyeshadows from that palette that I typically haven't shown a lot of love to my Naked 3, so putting a lot of those eyeshadows in there is going to make me give it some love. So this is the shade that I initially have. Go! And this is the shade that I'm trading it with. So this one was a lot more of a champagne-y with a peach undertone, and this one is more of a peachy pink shade. So it's darker, but it still gets a decent look out there. So I'm removing I'm removing Taupe from this challenge. So this eyeshadow, I decided to make that move early on in the month. So I do have a considerable dip in my Urban Decay eyeshadow. It's hard to tell on camera, but in person, like the area where I actually dip my brush, you can really see that there's starting to be a dip in there. It's nowhere near hitting pan on that, but basically I hadn't used that eyeshadow at all prior to putting it into this project. So the fact that there's a dip is really encouraging. So that brings me to next month's plan. For next month, I'm still going to be working mostly on these shades, but especially on these 3 right there. So I want to incorporate as much matte eyeshadow days as possible during the next month. I know that I'm contemplating getting a matte palette in November, and I want to see, because typically I don't reach for matte eyeshadows too much, and I don't really do a lot of all matte eyeshadow looks. So I want to focus on these 3 shades as much as possible. I would like to get as much pan as possible, especially on that one. Try to wear it as an all over the lid shade as much as possible to get it done as fast as I can. I might be stretching it a little bit, but I think that I can finish that one in April, like within the next month and a half. I think I could actually be done with that one, and that would be super exciting. So that's going to be my goal, that by the May update, so in 2 months, I want to be done completely with that one. If I get it done in the month, that would be even better, but I'm like leaving myself 2 months to finish that one up. So I'm going to focus a lot on it this month, and I'm still going to use that one on the days that I want a bit more shine to my looks. This one's going to be my brow bone highlight, as well as a base for the first part of my lid. This is going to be my main lid color, and this is going to be my crease shade as it usually is. The 2 other shades that I have in there that I haven't touched yet in this project, I'm not going to incorporate into this month either. Since I'm going to be doing a mostly matte eyeshadow look for next month, I think that the month after that I'm going to be doing I'm going to be wanting to change it up a little bit. So I think that in the month following, so from mid-March to mid-April, I'm going to be doing a lot of matte looks, and then I think that from mid-April to mid-May, I'm going to switch it up and bring in the 2 shades that I have neglected since the beginning of this project. But I am willingly neglecting those shades. I'm really focusing on a few shades at a time. I feel like there's more progress to show than if I'm targeting my brush in every single eyeshadow. Personally, for me, it works a lot better, and I get less confused in the morning when I'm doing my makeup for work. So this is it for my update. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Have a great day. Bye bye.